Hello, I'm Brian Fox. Welcome to my channel, I Hate Rock Music. This video is going to be about Cargo, and there's actually two bands called Cargo, one with an E and one without, and one's from Netherlands and one's from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm going to do videos on both just because it sounds like fun. So this video is about a band from the Netherlands between 1971 and 1972 called Cargo. And initially they were called September, and then they changed their name to Cargo. And the band is Ad de Hunt on guitar, Van de Hunt on guitar, obviously brothers, Willem de Vries on bass vocals, and Dennis Whitebread on drums, who's from the UK. It's another one of those interesting bands that's made up of various UK members. And they came out with one LP on Harvest in 1972 and then disappeared pretty quickly. But a really interesting album. I guess the first thing I should mention is if you like guitars and lots of guitars and nothing but guitars and guitar mayhem, then you have to check out this record. There's only 4 songs on it: Sail Inside, Cross Talking, Finding Out, and Summer Fair at 11 minutes, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, and 16 minutes. So there's actually one shorter song, but really interesting concept because the vocals are pretty interesting and decent vocals, and they usually have basically minimal vocals in the beginning part in the motif, and then they go into a long guitar jam, and then they finish up the songs by bringing back the vocal motif, and they do that over these 4 songs. So interesting in itself to get an album that only has 4 songs on the album and it's just guitars everywhere. And so obviously the guitar playing is great. It's a little bit overkill, and I can't even believe I'm saying that because I love guitar records. I love guitars everywhere. But this one is maniacal, and I have to give my hats off to the drummer. They really picked a monster. He really just lays into those grooves with so much power and force, and what a timekeeper. It doesn't do a whole lot of embellishments, and so one of my criticisms of this record is that the drummer could have done more interesting fills here and there. There's plenty of room for him, and I think the songs could have used a little bit more structure. I know this is what they wanted to do, and I think it's really cool, and I definitely think it's worth getting and certainly listening to, but it would have gone a long way to make this record a little bit more listener friendly, to have a little more structure to them, some more changes, the arrangements a little more interesting, because they literally do just bring the vocals up in the beginning and then just one long guitar jam with 2 guitars, and sometimes I think there's overdubs as well, so you get multiple guitars, and it's just crazy. But that said, like I say, they're both of them are really good guitar players. The rhythm section's killer, and they have their own vision, and I think it's worth checking out. Definitely a very interesting band. Obviously, they got enough attention to get signed to a major label, Harvest, at the time in 1972, which is the height of Harvest issues, in my opinion. And this Netherlands band is really pretty unique. And did I mention guitars? The fact that it's mostly just guitar interplay is really astonishing in a lot of ways. So anyway, Cargo from the Netherlands, Guitar-mania. Put it on, turn it up. Links is below. Check it out. I'm Brian Fox. Thanks for watching I Hate Rock Music.